Being the family scapegoat is exhausting. It's unfair, it's isolating, and it can feel like an ever-ending cycle. But here's the truth, you can break free. And today I'm going to show you how to take back power and start living life in your own terms. Hi, I'm Angela, and I help people reclaim their identity after being stuck in toxic family cycles. So if you've been labelled the scapegoat, you know how much it can damage your self-esteem and your relationships. But here's the good news. You're not stuck in this role forever. By the end of this video, you'll have some practical steps to start breaking free and rediscovering who you really are. So why is it hard to break the scapegoating role? And if you watched my previous video before I explain exactly what that is, let's start with the reality. Being the scapegoat ultimately is not your fault. You didn't choose this role, but it can feel impossible to escape. Why? Because families that scapegoat often resist any form of change or accountability. They're comfortable blaming you because it keeps the focus off their own issues. And if you were to take a step back and look deeply, you'd know what I mean. This isn't about you being bad or wrong, despite what you may have been told over years and years of emotional abuse. It's about the family's dysfunction as a whole. Healthy families do not have this kind of structure within their dynamic. So recognizing this is the first step. What are some steps that you can do to overcome being the scapegoat or being labeled as the scapegoat? So step number one is set some really clear boundaries. Start small by saying no to toxic or unfair behavior. Now, if this is something that's new to you, it's going to be difficult to do because depending on your age, depending where you're at life, how dependent you are on your family system currently, this could be quite difficult. So it's something that you might need to practice. Say if somebody tries to blame you for something that you didn't do, and you know you didn't do it, you can try responding with, that's not mine to take on. Boundaries help you protect your energy and remind others that you're no longer a dumping ground for their kind of behaviour and for their issues. So step number two, stop seeking their approval because you're never going to get it. One of the hardest parts of breaking free is letting go for a need of validation from the people who've scapegoated you and ultimately hurt you. Their approval is not necessary for your worth. Instead, what I want you to do is focus on how you can build your self-esteem up internally. So perhaps ask yourself, what makes me proud of who I am, not what others think? And step number three is find your support system. Surround yourself with people who value and respect you. And I can guarantee you, if you have been chosen as the scapegoat, you have likely got quite a few people around you, friends that like and respect you. Even a supportive community, it could be a group that you go to, people that you can relate to. You deserve relationships that uplift you if you've come from this kind of dysfunctional family. Relationships that uplift and empower you and don't have that subtle art of putting you down in the background. Once you've taken a look at this, maybe you're just sort of starting to realise that you have been the family scapegoat and possibly for a number of years. So it's building a new identity beyond the scapegoat role. So as you finally realise and start to step out of this role, you'll start to discover who you are beyond the family dynamic, and it's quite refreshing. So you'll start to realise what your strengths are, probably what they were trying to put you down for in the first place, and what makes you happy, because chances are they've tried to make you sad. So you could actually start going back, looking at what kind of life that you want to create as well. And this is your chance to rewrite your story and really live authentically without the weight of someone else's judgment. And I know how hard it is when people that are supposed to be your protectors are supposed to have been, your family system, as other people who come from healthy families wouldn't understand, and without their judgment holding you back as well. And I won't ignore, I won't go into detail in this video, that sometimes the only way to be able to get your identity back is to actually go no contact with these people, because ultimately if they're not willing to take accountability or to actually accept what they've done to you and to look at the actual dynamics within the family, can be the only option for you to take. And I don't say that lightly. Breaking free from being the family scapegoat is an absolute journey. It's not something that just overnight you can fix. It's something that maybe takes a little while. It starts with small intentional steps, and like recognizing that, going through sort of historically what's gone on in your family and how they've treated you, and how that might not possibly be the most healthiest way to treat somebody that you're supposed to love. And every new boundary you set and every moment that you choose yourself over being emotionally abused and treated like an outcast is a step towards freedom. So I don't take that lightly either. So if this video resonated with you, then please like and subscribe for more content on this and breaking toxic patterns and really healing from generational trauma and toxic family dynamics. And I really want to build a community that supports each other as well. So if that resonates with you, then amazing. I'd love to hear your stories and how you've recognised certain family patterns and boundaries that you might have put in place that have helped you, that might help other people. So thank you very much for watching.